Yeah, Emily is something special. For me, I get the opportunity of coaching her both uh, in the sand and indoor, and she played at the #1 position a lot this year in the sand, and I think it helped her ball skills. I think she learned to play the whole game a little bit, because when you play middle, often you don't get to do the whole game. You've only played 3 rotations, but she's the type of athlete and the type of player that probably could play the whole game. She could be an outside hitter. She could be an opposite. I have no doubt. She's one of our more physical players in the backcourt when she attacks. She has a really nice jump serve that, we've seen a little bit of, and we're trying to help her get better at it. But she just is an absolute kind of blue-collar kid. She gets in there and works her butt off, doesn't complain one bit. Because there's so few middles right now, she's in there full time and just absolutely goes hard every moment. Her future is super bright. We're lucky to have her. For me, I've been telling people, as good as she is indoor, I think she'll play in the Olympics someday, and it'll be for beach for Canada. But I'd love her to prove me wrong and maybe play both, or just play indoor. She's awesome. And we'll see if we can give her an expanded role, if she can maybe serve and play a little defense, because she's good at it. But she's an awesome, awesome athlete for sure. Yeah, Annie, an unfortunate, accident here early in camp, and is going to be out for a bit. But she's going to come back. And she is probably the most physical player in the gym. She's touching the highest number. She's just super, super athletic and strong. I can't find the right words to describe her, but she's amazing. She's just this thoroughbred. You might say that we've been joking a bit that maybe she's going to be our secret weapon to come in at some point during the season after her injuries are healed, and people are going to be like, wow, where did this girl come from? Because she's definitely an all-American type player. She's of that caliber, and she's had some unfortunate injuries this last 2 years. But again, she's going to be back for us, and she works her butt off, and she's a great kid and very coachable. So for us, we look forward to having her back sooner than later, hopefully, and kind of putting that secret weapon on the floor. Casey Castillo has stepped into this role. She was an outside hitter opposite. She's kind of a utility net player for us. When Annie went down with the injury, we just slid her over and gave her some reps, and she didn't miss a beat. She didn't complain. She didn't question it. Again, just selfless and a great teammate. And she's kind of relearning the position, because we've groomed her as mostly a pin hitter. But she did play middle in some junior levels and club and stuff like that. So she knows how to play that position, and she's got some nice size. So she's kind of getting back in the groove of what it takes to be a middle. They are some of the hardest workers on the team, and maybe they get the least amount of credit sometimes. It's not always the stats. They don't get all the points, but they work hard, and she's definitely that. She's another blue-collar type kid that's doing a great job. So we love her attitude, and she's going to definitely be on the floor for us in that position this year. And then Natasha Burns. Natasha Burns is our last middle. Obviously the tallest person on our team, which is something that we can't teach. And she has some nice pieces. She comes in and is a physical presence at the net. So we'll see. She redshirted last year. She had an injury and missed a lot of the year in development, but got something out of it. So we're looking forward to kind of the rest of this camp and seeing how good she can get. She's definitely going to be on the floor at some point. She's definitely going to help us. And again, it kind of keeps us in that mold of we're really physical. We want to be the best blocking team in the country again. She's going to help us with that. She's definitely a really good blocker, and her attacking is coming along. And quite frankly, there's some moments when we're kind of wowed by her arm. There's some great moments, and we just want her to have a lot of those moments and put them together more frequently.